Today is the greatest day of my life. Well, it is definitely one of the greatest days of my life. Now, welcome back to the Mighty Mansfield show, and the reason being I'm in such a good mood today is I will explain a little bit more over when I do beer of the week later. But I was in Swindon yesterday with my dog, and it's been 6 weeks since he had both his rear knees replaced, and the plates haven't moved, the x-rays are fine, they're really pleased with him, so it's like a big thumbs up and a huge relief. So I'll tell you a bit more about that later anyway. But I'm hungry and I'm going over to a place called Yattendon because someone's told me of a place. This is a recommendation again, and someone's told me about a place called the Pantry, and apparently they do the most amazing breakfast rolls. They do, I think it's using Vickers game sausages and bacon and some local farm produce eggs there. But this is over in Yattendon. I'll show you where it is when we get there. Let's go. Yeah, so this is where we're going. It's a little place called the Pantry. It's just in here. Right, so okay, I've got it. Now, I didn't film in there because it was a local spot. It was very, very busy. And it did look pretty decent. So let me explain. Yattendon is a very small, quaint little village in West Berkshire, and yeah, they had like a nice little garden area, and yeah, there was a lot of I saw the eggs Benedicts going out, and that did look good. The hollandaise looks amazing on it, and the eggs they look perfect. To be fair, they do different variations of eggs Benedict with ham or with smoked salmon, things like that. Massive array of cakes, homemade cakes, and yeah, I got a really good feeling from it. I actually saw what I got go out to somebody else, and that looked really good as well. So I went for, now this is what I wanted the other day actually when I went out to one of these little villages. Now I went for a bacon, sausage and egg breakfast bap, and yeah, napkin, love all that. Nice recyclable box. There's some sort of sourdough toast. Look at that egg on there. That does look really good. And this is also Vickers game as well. So yeah, I've got to say I'm pretty impressed so far. Now I also got myself a bit of cake. Now I went for one that just took my fancy, and I got a stem ginger one, so I'll show you that as well. Now it's all in recycled packaging, it's all really good quality products. I can see that straight away. So that's basically what we're getting. That looks incredible, yeah. And it smells, if you could smell this, it does look absolutely insane. That's another shot. So I'm going to get into this now. They also did full English breakfast and whatnot, and they all look really, really good, I must say. So I'm excited for this. This egg looks particularly nice as well. And it actually does say it emphasises on getting their stuff local as well, and I like that. Let's have a go. They have used smoked bacon on this, I think, but it's not unpleasant. This is Vickers Game Stealer. It's their bacon, so I've got to say that is nice. See the colour of that yolk. And it's also been cooked really well as well. I can highly recommend this. So you get a couple of bits of bacon in there, sausage, all good quality produce. The bread roll is sort of like a ciabatta type bread roll. It's actually really tasty. But the egg, that's pretty much the star of the show actually. The egg, it's got flavour to it. You know, when you buy these battery farmed eggs, got no flavour, but this has. It's nice rich yolk. Yeah, really enjoying it. It's another picture of the yolk. Look, incredible, absolutely incredible. So yeah, like I say, there's a little car park just before you get to the village itself. You'll see the pub. If you turn right, there's a free car park down there as well. It's absolutely rammed with people that are going into this cafe, and I can see why they're going into it. Yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous. Because for me, I don't just look for fancy stuff, I look for good quality stuff, and it doesn't always come in this so-called Michelin star or gastropub branding. I like these little independent places that really strive to be the best they can be, and these guys are they're hitting the nail on the head hard as well. It is well worth a visit. I'll be back there for a sit down breakfast as well, I think, and see what that's like. So a few of my mates like these independent places as well. They, you know, the places like the Shed and Blackbird Cafe over in Upper Bucklebury. Well, to you guys, this is on par with that, and I would definitely get out there. Nice sunny day like today, you can sit in their garden, and it was just a really nice atmosphere, to be fair. I didn't film it because it's quite a small one, and everybody would have been... I don't want to put people's backs up going and filming and that, you know. I like to just get it and then review it and give my honest opinion on it, you know, because anybody who sees a camera, you're going to up your game, aren't you? But these guys, I like to see them do it without the camera there. So, and these guys have definitely delivered. Yeah, that was awesome. So these guys also do a supper club as well. If you Google the Pantry at Yattendon, there's loads of information on their website. They make their own jams and spreads, and again, the cakes look really impressive. And I think nowadays, these coffee shops, certainly these independent ones, I'm not going to call them coffee shops actually, they're more like sort of upmarket cafes, if you like. But they really up their game, a lot of them, and there's stiff competition out there. But if you're as good as that, I'll be back to try your full English as well. Or your Eggs Benedict actually, I'll probably have a go on that. We'll have to come back twice now, won't I? So the tea, a massive selection of coffee and tea, loose leaf tea as well if you wanted it. I just have your stereotypical builder's tea, which is very nice. Right, let's have a go on this old cake. Get them cake wise. Now, like I say, packaging is everything for me as well. And this is all recycled packaging, including that. And I don't know if you watched in any of my previous videos, I said there must be a recycled one out there. And here it is. These guys are using it. So, instantly impressed with that. So every bit about the packaging for the takeaway is recycled. I was going to score them high, but that little thing alone has blown everything out of the water for me. The whole thing's recycled. Wow. Fair play to them. They've left the tea bag in, which I like. So I've gone this then. Nice. Yeah, that's really nice. Got stem ginger running through it. Butter icing. With a surprising hint, and they didn't advertise this. Well, it might have done actually, because the cakes did all have a description, I just didn't read it. But I can taste a hint of coffee going through there. That is delightful. Really good. So what am I going to score the Pantry at Yattendon? It was always going to be high. And I will say that it was a bit slow getting served, as you queued up at the counter, because they make the coffees for each person as they order. So if you've got someone with a big order of coffees, then you've got to wait for that order to go out and rah. And that got me thinking, you know. But once you've got your order in and paid for it, it came out really quickly. So they didn't hang about getting the food out, which is the most important thing, isn't it? So that was just one little thing. The produce was spectacular. There's no getting away from that. The cakes were brilliant and great selection. Like I say, you could buy jams from there and all sorts. So, and the atmosphere was great. The price about £17.95. So for a breakfast roll, a cake and a cup of tea. Yeah, I know it's a bit at the end of the expensive range for a breakfast roll, but it was worth it. I'd rather pay that than go somewhere like main brand copy. Well, I'm talking about a certain main brand baker, which they're not really bakers, they just run things, frozen things through the oven, and yeah, they knock a cup of tea out of the bacon roll for less than £4, but it's not quality, and I'd sooner pay for what I did just then and enjoy it than pay less and think what was the point. So I am going to score them high. I was going to score them 9.8 out of 10, but because of that being recycled, you've hit the jackpot. For me, it says everything, and I can't do anything other than score you 10 out of 10. It's out there, 10 out of 10. Anybody who loves their food, who's really into independent food outlets that work hard to get things right, go to the Pantry. It was excellent, and I will definitely be back. Right, let's go do beer of the week then. Right, okay, so I'm in my back garden now, and I'm going to do beer of the week. Now, I've just been waiting for another crappy Cessna airplane that circles above our garden all the time. And I don't know why they use that route, but I'm going to go down to this particular airfield. I'm going to have a chat with them and say that they disrupt every single weekend and every single video that I try and film. So anyway, I'm not going to grumble about that. So what we're having for beer of the week is this: Crumpton Oaks Cider Co. Refreshing apple cider, and that's a medium cider. So I've also made a very special beer snack, actually, that somebody dropped in my comments. So I'll show you that in a minute. Well, let's have a go on this first. So this has got a World Cider Awards sticker on it, silver, so it's come second in World Ciders. I don't know which competition that is, but they're obviously very proud of it. And yeah, we've got another idiot with a strimmer going. We had a strimmer at 8 o'clock this morning, we've got a strimmer now. That sort of ruins autumn for me a little bit, I've got to be honest. Anyway, let's have a go. Cheers. So it's not a punchy cider. I hope you can hear me over that row. But it's not a punchy cider, but it's okay. It's run of the mill. I'm not sure I would have given it a great taste. Well, it's not a great taste award, but it is an award for World Cider Awards. It says silver, but I don't know. It's not very happily put it that way. It's British made, but then a lot of them aren't they? I find a lot of ciders are either French or English made. I'm not saying they're all like that. Of course they're not, but you do tend to find that. But yeah, it's all right. It's refreshing. It's a nice hot day. So anyway, I've been down the Pantry today, and I've just got to reinforce what I said about that place. It was absolutely mind blowing, and I'll definitely be back there. It deserved the score I gave it, and not just because of the place, but there was the whole package. It was all good quality food in a good quality place, and it's a lovely little village. So that was the Pantry in Yattendon, 10 out of 10, and everything on their takeaway packaging was recycled, even the coffee lids that very much tend to be plastic. This was made of a recycled sort of, not that polystyrene that they're bringing in now, but yeah, it was good. So I'll give you a quick update what I was talking about earlier with the dog. On Thursday I went down, had his 6-week post-op operation x-rays, and the plates where they cut his knees in half, and the plates that they screwed on and glued are now set, and they're set in the right place, so that's really good. There was a few complications, but he's an older dog now, so he's 11, but all in all, big thumbs up, and I can't thank Eastcott Vets in Swindon enough for what they do. I know you pay the price for it, but when it comes to that kind of operation, I mean, it was a big, major operation, and they done proud by him, and I'm really pleased, and I can totally recommend them to anybody. If you're not happy where your vets are, which is very much my case, then get them referred to Swindon, and you'll get looked after there. This is my second experience with Eastcott Vets, and I still rate them as much as I did the last time. Anyway, on to the beer snack. So, what I've got is, someone dropped in my comments, I did cheese and pineapple the other day, and someone drops in my comments where we're from. It was cheese, cocktail sausages, and pickled onion. Now that sounds, I don't know why, to me that sounds a little bit ploughman-y, but I've done it, and this is the result. So let me know when you watch this, is that the right order? And also let me know, because I've been asking people, whereabouts was this famous for? Where did this sort of originate? It might have been all over the country, but let us know whereabouts, what area you're in, and I'll see if I can get myself down there at some point. But let's have a go. Looks pretty decent, doesn't it? I've got to say, you get the the sharpness of the cheese, the meat and sausage coming through. And I'm going to have to shout because there's yet another dog kicking off out. I'm going to have to shout. I'm using pickled onions on these ones, and I'm hoping this camera's picking my voice up instead of that row that's coming outside my house. So I've got to say one thing about all that barking. I think that especially in the UK, we've actually lost a bit of respect for each other and consideration. Now, my dogs aren't quiet by any stretch of the imagination, but if I hear them barking like that, I'll get outside and I'll tell them to go in. And you know, people just don't care about anybody else anymore, do they? Unless they can get something out of them. That's the impression I get, you know. And I think what I get through YouTube is I'm starting to come across the nicer people in our country again, you know. And yeah, I think, you know, just give other people a bit of consideration from time to time. It doesn't hurt, you know. And it's obviously annoying when you try to put a Mighty Mansfield video together. Anyway, I'm have another go on these. These are actually really nice. Also, let me know, mate, if I'm using the right pickled onion, because I didn't know whether to go for a stronger one or not. I've used a sweet pickled onion one. Oh, I've used a sweet silver skin one, you know, because they're like cocktail onions, then, didn't they? Definitely a pickled onion brings something to the table. Gives it that sharpness from the cheese, as I said earlier. Bit of meat out of the sausage, which is nice. And then the tang from the onion. It's a bit like ploughman's flavours for me. Yeah, it's nice. I'll be having them again. So I'm going to end this video by saying 10 out of 10 for the Pantry in Yattendon. Get yourselves down there on a sunny day. It's lovely there. And the brunches and the eggs benedict look incredible. This old Crumpton Oaks cider K, probably won't buy it again. It hasn't got enough punch for me. But the beer snack, big thumbs up from Mighty Mansfield. I'll definitely be having that again. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video as always, and cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.